Hi, I'm Marcia Tedmore, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and the Windy Acre Stamper. Welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas. Let's get started. On the 5th day of Christmas, Marcia gave to me a Post-it note holder. Now, if you've watched from day one, the first one we did was a Post-it note holder with a little mini pen. These are just Post-it note holders with no pens. Simple. So I'm going to show you today how to make one. And I bought Post-it notes, and you can see they're different sizes. So this was the one I made for my craft fair, and they're much thinner than these. So when I went to create this, I realized that my scoring dimensions are incorrect for these big bad boys. So we're going to do the big bad boys. I will give you instructions for both if you have my tutorial, and that way you can tell if you have a big Post-it note or a thin Post-it note. So right here I have a piece of cardstock. It is 8 inches by 3 1/8. I really hate 1/8 of inches, but that's the way this works best. So on this one, we are going to score it at, let me find the information I wrote down, 2 1/4, because this is about the 4th time I've done this one. All right, so 2 1/4. And then we're going to do 2 5/8. So that's 4/8 plus an 1/8 is how I have to do this. I'm not very good at math. And then we go to 5 5/8. So that's a half plus an 1/8. And then we go to 6 1/4. And that should be, let's see, that's 6 1/4. It's kind of hard to do it upside down. I think that's 6 1/4. Okay, let's see if this works this time. Get this out of the way. I've already gone ahead and cut some designer series paper. These are, let's see, they are 2 7/8 wide, 2 inches by 2 7/8 and 1 1/2. Okay, so we talked before about the score lines. The purpose of a score line is to break the fibers of the paper, make it easier to fold. So technically you want to fold against your little increase, your decrease, because that's where it's broken the fiber, so it's easier to fold it. Okay, it's looking better already. Alrighty. So you need about, with this big bad boy, you need about a little less than a half an inch to make it fit better. So that was my learning tool. All right, we're going to put some tear and tape on the back. I just like tearing it with my fingers, but you can also use an old debit card or gift card, and you put it down, and you just kind of use this as your tearing edge. And this one got a little far away from me, so we'll pull this one up and tear that little piece off. All right. I like tear and tape because this will keep this Post-it note very secure. When your recipient is done with using their Post-it notes, they can put new ones on there. All right, now let's see which side do we want to use for the top. One is a little shorter. We're going to do this on the top. So we're going to corner round the top. This is an old corner rounder. I don't even know where it's from. Let's corner round the designer series paper too. All right. Use some liquid glue. Nice fresh bottle of liquid glue. You only need a little bit of liquid glue. And you should keep it towards the center of your paper. That way if it oozes out, it's not going everywhere. You get a little room to wiggle it. All right. Then we're going to put our other piece of designer series paper, which got away from me. There. This is easier to do before you put your Post-it note in its place. Make sure you do it not on the back side, although you could decorate the back side if you wanted to, but nobody's going to see that. Okay, that's done. Now you are going to take your tear and tape off the back. Make sure you have the top at the top. Again, my favorite tool that Stampin' Up! Makes is my take your pick tool. Makes it so simple to get this off. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're going to put that right there, line it up to that crease mark. All right. There we go. And again, this is a really thick, this is a really thick Post-it note. It's giving me trouble. But I don't think your gift recipients are going to mind. Now we're going to put Velcro dots on there. Let me get my Velcro dots back. I bought a package of them from probably Amazon, although I think Walmart has them in stock. And they come 2 pieces, the soft side and the hard side. So what I did was I put the hard side here. So I peeled it up and put it down up towards the top. Then I took the soft side and stuck it down on it and peeled it off. So now while it's Velcroed together, you just close your Post-it note holder and there you go. You're going to want to keep these separate from each other because they have a tendency to adhere to each other in the bag and the container. So there's your Post-it note holder. This one I put sentiment from Mary's Trees, and I just cut out the paper. There's no label with it. On my description for the tutorial, I will give the 2 different scoring sizes for the thinner note or the thicker note, and you'll just have to play with whatever size Post-it note you have at the time. I hope you enjoyed the Post-it notes and the 12 Days of Christmas. See you soon.